We're playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. What? Where am I? What is it? Oh, god damn it. A Star Wars review. Oh crap. What day is it? What's supposed to be there? And we're... Oh! Hey everyone, welcome back to the Entertainment. It's me, Justin. We're reviewing Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is why I have these incredibly loud lightsabers on the back that are on. I don't know why I turned them on. We've been busy trying to provide better content. Yeah. So I'm gonna do the dive for the next game right now. I'll let you know what it is at the end. Okay, it's that one. All right, cool. So let's get started, cause what day is it? I've been asleep for a while. Star Wars: The Old Republic was released in 2011 by BioWare with a standard subscription model. Similar to Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft, you would purchase the game and then pay a monthly subscription to access it. While at its height, SWTOR enjoyed a player base of around 1.7 million subscribers. By the end of 2012, the player base had dropped significantly, causing SWTOR to be switched to a free-to-play MMO, though they still included the subscription model and greatly restricted free player accounts. Our very own Steven played it back in its heyday and has some things to say about it.
All right, so this is Steven. As for my thoughts on Star Wars: The Old Republic, I used to play way back when, before they had the expansions. I played with a friend of mine. In between our shifts, we would pop on, had our laptops with us, and play it like either in between shifts or before and after. Either way, it was a lot of fun. It got me kind of more into the game because usually I'm kind of a solo player. I don't have a lot of friends that play MMOs, so to have this guy and me kind of join in together, we started off at level 1. We made sure we were the classes that we could still kind of do the questing together, because with the story quests, sometimes they send you off to different planets, or sometimes they send you off in a different area of the map entirely. Depends on the class that you play. But it was a lot of fun that we were playing together and stuff like that. It got me a bit more social in the game, so I joined a guild, which I was in for quite some time. It was a very fun guild. Everyone in there was really helpful and knowledgeable, and everyone was willing to like answer questions and help each other out and that kind of stuff. but it was a lot of fun.
Steven mentioned something really important. The Old Republic is a story-driven MMO. Similar to Final Fantasy XIV, the Old Republic has a main story quest that will take you through until the end of the game.
And I didn't complete the main story, because back then I had to stop due to financial reasons. I couldn't afford to do the subscription service anymore. But I did get my character up to level 53, 54, somewhere around there. But it was, it was a lot of fun.
There are a total of 4 archetypal classes in the Old Republic, that are then split into 2 different subclasses, and each subclass has 3 specializations. These 4 archetypes are then split between the Republic and the Sith Empire, giving the game 8 different main story quests. So even if you picked a Jedi Guardian as your subclass, it'll follow the storyline for the Jedi Knight. This means there's a lot of content to cover for the Old Republic. After selecting your faction and picking your class, you are taken to the character creation menu. There you have quite a few races to choose from, but depending on your choice of class depends on what races you can be. The other options can be unlocked by either completing the main story for a class or purchasing the unlock from the real money store, the Cartel Market, and a few more are subscriber only, such as the Sith race. From here, let's talk about gameplay. SWTOR plays more like a traditional MMO, with action bars and rotations that best benefit your particular specialization. And while they have introduced a couple of expansions, I can't help but feel like I'm playing something that hasn't really changed in the last 6-ish years. You see, while Final Fantasy XIV did a complete overhaul of its systems, and WoW has evolved continuously over the course of its existence, the Old Republic has stagnated. It's oversaturated with abilities, and certain quality of life updates both Final Fantasy and WoW have made have not been implemented. Side note, I keep using the other 2 games because SWTOR was released under the same model, and they play very similarly. Some of these changes, like mounts and titles on all your characters, are locked behind cartel coins. You have to spend real money to use these items across your characters, and some items and titles you can only use if you're subscribed. And personally, I do have a huge problem with that, which is why it took me so long to actually try this game out, even though I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Outside of those issues, I enjoyed this game a lot. The maps are beautiful and has the Star Wars aesthetic that I love. Coruscant, when you see more than just one room, looks like a massive planet-wide city. Dromon Kos feels like an imperial capital. Some of the dialogue and the dark side or light side options are extremely campy, and I seriously enjoy that sort of thing. The music, which should be in the background of this video, feels right, Star Wars-y. SWTOR also takes place in Legends continuity, as it was released before the Disney purchase of Lucasfilm, and this takes place a few hundred years after the events of Knights of the Old Republic 2, or at least that's what I understood from some of the evidence presented to me.
Some of your abilities allow you to do some of your other abilities without having to like charge them, or you can do them instantly as kind of like you're comboing off your other stuff. So it made it a lot more immersive, a lot more interactive, and also the animations that your characters are doing while you're fighting just makes it feel like an actual fight. And that's not just for the lightsaber wielding characters. They stand around, and if you like have your auto attacks going off, they're just, you watch them and they're parrying and they're dodging and they're doing other stuff that makes it feel like an actual fight. And that's also going for the blaster characters like the operative, bounty hunters, trooper, and smuggler. It still feels immersive and interactive. You know, they're standing back, but they're firing off their blasters. They're doing all these other abilities like smuggler and operative. They're running around and they're looking for places they can duck behind for cover, because they kind of have a cover system for their abilities. And then bounty hunter is just a lot of fun. That's who my main character is. They're either running in and like uppercutting people powered by like their jetpack, or they're just using their flamethrower and just hitting like a whole bunch of enemies, or they're standing back and just launching off like a bombardment of missiles. They're hovering in the air with their jetpack and just firing off a volley of stuff. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Even though you're doing the same rotations, because of the animations, because like the type of abilities you can do and stuff, it's fun, and it still feels immersive even though you're just running through your cooldowns or whatever.
With that being said, the scores are on the screen now. Given how much is actually put behind the subscription, I can't give this game a good investment score. Even though it is technically free to play, free accounts get the short end of the stick. Socializing is pretty hard to do without friends due to the shrinking population of players and the fact you have to manually add all of your friends if they're on alt or not. And since the gameplay hasn't changed or been improved upon at all, while it is a style I personally enjoy, it's too cluttered. Not enough information is really given to understand your rotation or what your goal is, and I feel like it might turn off some new players. To summarize, it's outdated, giving it a grand total of 6 out of 10. Would I recommend it? If you're a huge fan of Star Wars, yes, play the main stories and have fun. You won't need to subscribe just to enjoy the stories. If you're looking for a new MMO, no. There are plenty of games to choose from, and plenty of them do what SWTOR does better. Thank you for watching, everyone. The next review will be on Guild Wars 2. Apologies for the difference in mic quality for Steven and I. Our schedules keep us pretty far apart sometimes, and we don't have the same mic. Either way, hope to see you again! Come on, sir, we have to team up with the Power Rangers and fight Gordon!
Bam! Power
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
What's that?
It's orange juice.
That looks like orange juice and something else.
It's just orange juice.
I don't know. That's not orange juice.
That's totally orange juice. Run! Thanks for watching the Entertainmates. If you enjoyed that, please check out some of our other videos that'll be on the screen now. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You can also check out our Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching, everyone.